Hello, and welcome to the fifth part of the series on self exploration. Joining the dots, contemplating, comprehending, and sharing it all raw with you. We are into the discussion of an abstract concept of anti war. This is the last part as of now for the discussion. All that sounds great is the grace of all those who bless me, and all that sounds not so great is my limitation. So let's get going. We talked of anti-war as a concept of fighting for the right of not fighting, being aggressive for not being aggressive. We talked of a few examples of real life where the thin line between rigidity and flexibility, or determination or falling loose, is very difficult to identify. The ultimate of the anti-war idea is a very different perspective. I call it the theatre analogy. A wonderful book by an author, Don Rees, calls of theatre analogy in his book The Five Agreements. It's a wonderful concept, but this theatre analogy is my version. Of late, I read of a very funny incident. In a Ram Leela event in a small town, the person playing Ravan was not happy with his remuneration. He asked for a little more money to the manager. The manager said, "That's all I can give to the villain." The next day, this person who was playing Ravan went on the stage and straight away broke the Shiv Dhanush and proposed Sita on stage and shouted, "Manager Saab, can you pay me more now? I have done the Ram's part." Jokes apart. But scripts are scripts, and characters can't be altered. They can't be swapped. Otherwise, the whole punch in the drama is lost. Ravan cannot play Ram. He has to play Ravan. Backstage, Ram and Ravan may share a cup of tea, and Ravan may drop Ram on his way to home. But on stage, they must play against each other to keep the punch of the drama. More the veteran the actor, more he gels with the character. The best compliment any actor gets is that it doesn't look like he's acting. It looks real. It really feels that you are the villain. That's the best compliment the artist gets. In real life, he may be a saintly person. Let's look at life in this perspective. We are into various theories like past lives, karmic accounts, to justify why and how things happen with us. Believers may believe it, non-believers may rule it out. But if we build such a theatre analogy about the people around us and how they behave, will all wars end from within? Externally, we may all say the dialogues as per the script. Ravan has to say the dialogues of Ravan, Ram has to say the dialogues of Ram. Nothing doing. We may say them as effectively as we can. While playing Ravan, I have to sound magnanimous, cruel, selfish on the stage. I can't sound like Ram, compassionate. So, I have to say them very effectively on the stage to paint the character the way it is supposed to be. That keeps the punch on. But internally, if we say to ourselves, "Oh, so these are the dialogues written for him for this scene," isn't it? when an artist by hearts the dialogues, the script, is this not what he says to himself? Oh, so these are Ravan's dialogues. Because he is playing Ravan on stage. When we say this to ourselves, when we say something, that oh, these are the dialogues, these are the lines in my character at this point in the drama, the whole perspective changes. Backstage we may be friends, or we may be two unknown people. Sometimes artists don't even look at each other. The hero and heroine sing romantic songs on camera or on stage, and backstage they don't even turn face to each other, they just walk away. But in any case, there is no war. They may be friends or they may be just two unknown people, but there is no war. So, on the stage, can I help my co-star play his role better? Because overall the play should look good. If the hero plays well and the villain doesn't, the play is still going to go flop. There's not going to be any audience for it. So I have to help my co-stars to play their roles better on the stage. At times, I may have to prompt some dialogues. If Ravan is forgetting his dialogues, he is a fresher, then Ram is prompting him, or Ravan is prompting his dialogues to Ram, Ram's dialogues to Ram. So on stage, I may have to help my co-star to play his role against me better. I may have to prompt some dialogues if he is forgetting. If he is a fresher, I may have to give some good tips to him backstage or during the rehearsals to make his character more effective. Hit me like this, then only it will look good. Can I also clap at some good scene played by him where he is hitting me or he is playing against me? Will the so-called war on the stage become an anti-war then? It doesn't stay a war. A better actor will take a better bearing with a complete internal understanding that he is not the character. The better the actor, the better the bearing. Is that an easy job? To play the character well without the feeling that I am the character, or with the understanding that I am not the character. Actors often talk of the switch on, switch off mechanism. The clap goes and they enter into the character. And when it is take over, they come back to their original identity. It is not very easy to develop this switch on, switch off mechanism. Some actors achieve it with a great effort. Some people, some artists are unable to enter the character. How much ever they try, when they are new, they realize that they are still not entering the character. They are not still getting fused with the character. And sometimes some artists are unable to come out of the character even after the drama or even after the whole movie is shot. We know in very early years of the 19th century, there was a movie Sant Tukaram, and the artist who played that character renounced the world after the movie. He could never come back to the normal life. He remained Sant Tukaram for the rest of his life. Is that an anti-war? Will it not claim life's treasures and pleasures like war? Wars are fierce. Anti-wars, all the more unfierce. Indeed. Let us stop this discussion over here. We all may keep contemplating and developing this germ, this battle or no battle of war and anti-war in our own consciences. Best of luck. Stay tuned for some more such self-explorations. Thank you for being with me.